And welcome back, everybody. This is Virtually Heroes. I'm Null, and this is Bengali. This is the second part of our stream for today. We are going to start a new game, new to us, called Myst Masterpiece Edition. And George is still outside cleaning the windshield. Apparently, space bugs are notoriously difficult to get off of the windshield, so he's chugging away working on that.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was. And I believe you're going to be using the mouse. I don't know if you need the keyboard at all.
I might. I don't know. You want to lower the volume at least?
But what if the neighbors want to join the stream?
That's not lowering.
The moment I delved into the vision, the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It did follow me to that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Well, that was quite the intro. Myst in stereo.
There's my cursor. And here we go. We've got this door here. We've got this path going to some gears up here. And Muskie says he thinks it's point and click all the way through.
Yeah. So we did watch a brief YouTube video just to kind of see what kind of game it was because I was curious. We didn't look at any solutions or anything. But I am pretty sure we start down here in the Dungeness basement.
So there's an ominous pool of water. This looks like it might be some kind of trophy room.
You know, according to the YouTube video that we watched, they were originally going to design this game without any background music or anything, but then they made a music piece and felt that it helped with the atmosphere, so they put music in. Button on the front. Yeah.
Well, that puts the water back.
Oh. What about those purple things on the side? No.
Just turn out of the way. Okay. I guess there's not much to do down here. Oh. What's this?
Topographical extrusion test 40, water turbulent pool 67, marker switch diagram 47, settings dimensional imager.
Fight! 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 Oh. Oh.
Did you remember any of what we just read?
40 was the topographical thing. That's the only one I remember. maybe we should write this down. Water turbulent pool 67 and marker switch diagram. Or you're just going to take a picture?
Yeah.
You don't need my password for that. I could just swipe up there.
Can I view your pictures after I take one? I got it. I can't view them though.
So,
Okay, yes I can.
ooh, it changed.
Okay, so you put in 40,
Yes.
so that is topographical extrusion test.
Interesting. So the marker switch diagram, or the water turbulent pool. I think the turbulent pool was what it was on because it started at 67. So what's the next one? 47?
47.
Oops.
Who won?
Muskie. Okay, let's turn this thing back on. Now, what does this do? It's a couch. It looks like a podium of some sort.
A podium?
And it went away. So what was that one called? Oh, a switch layout thing. Here. Oh, look at that. We got a mast over here and everything.
It won't let me view pictures because your phone is locked.
I think it was a picture of that. Don't mind me, just unlocking my phone. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so we've got stairs over there.
Marker switch diagram.
And we've got... Oh! Maybe that's, something.
Perhaps that's another switch.
Just turning on all the switches.
Switches are so versatile.
Those gears aren't connected to each other. This is a weird island. Alright, have fun, Wolfie. Thank you for joining us. Oh, look, there's another piece of paper, I think.
Bye, Wolfie. Have fun. Catherine, I've left you a message of utmost importance in our forward chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message.
Okay, so we've encountered 2 of them so far.
And there's a third one.
Oh. That's, not ominous. Perhaps it's a dentist chair.
Perhaps, perhaps. January 1st, 12 a.m.
Do you think it's a time machine? Oh, there we go. We'll come back. There we go.
Well, the background music stopped.
That kind of looks like the thing that was out by the shore. There's no switch.
That's switch number 4.
There's an anchor. Okay, so I can flip it from red to green.
There's a Canadian leaf, eh?
Leaf, an arrow. Oh, there's more over here.
There's all sorts of stuff.
That looks like a snake.
A snack.
Sneaky snake.
An eye.
Crane? Across.
Cross.
There's that leaf again.
It's hard to keep track of which ones you've already looked at.
Yeah, it is. Maybe we should be writing these down.
I don't think it'll be necessary yet. I'm assuming we're going to see those symbols somewhere, and they will be a certain color. And then we can write them down.
He's got a point. That's pretty cool, though. Let's see. That's the anchor. And what was this one? Arrow. So do we want to continue down this path? It looks like there's another switch.
Might
Or
as well.
there's a building over here that we haven't gone into yet.
Were we not in that one?
No, we were in the one next to it, the round one.
Did you just walk by it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go in there.
Okay. We got all kinds of little books right here. Green book.
You're going to read that one.
I've called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After... Oh, you're telling me that we didn't record that whole time?
Nope.
Well, darn. For those of you watching now, this is Virtually Heroes. Oh, that's true. Never mind. We'll just grab it off of Twitch.
That's a good point.
Thank you for saving us, Muskie. Let's see. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water I had hardly noticed we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders. that stretch from the lower paths to the village level, approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared to be even larger than it had been from the outside. Time Lords? The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be the leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Book Lords. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent, he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning, and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble, but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he told me. Wow, this is really wordy. I started to think this probably isn't the best game to stream. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious humans on the ground. Tree dwellers lived high. Disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day, things changed. The rumbling began to grow quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me. Although many details are very unclear in my mind, I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have just stopped on its own. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story, as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said we had expected you to come sooner. These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of the walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As the strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning, I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affections. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, that I may learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Aknar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than I. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoian's age. Cirrus had suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect of the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith that they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Kaokik. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Akanar here. See Everdune's journal for more information. After watching Cirrus and Akanar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I could put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again, and for a little longer this time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Cirrus and Akanar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days, and have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Akanar about Pran's death today, and they are visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Akanar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They'll be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. The font is getting blurrier and blurrier. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they have constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly about their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now the inks have changed from the black. I thought they were to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, I look through this very colorful journal. I cannot help but laugh myself. Kokatek? We will be returning tomorrow. So my sons with the creatures, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone, though I will have to think over their request. I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Maybe we should take a picture of that.
Do you feel it's relevant?
It might be. It looks like a map. Oops.
Or I guess just to take a picture. I can do that.
Is there anything else here? Nope, that's last page.
Yeah. It might have been wordy, but there's nothing wrong with a good story game.
That poor book.
Why don't you read that one?
That one looks like it's in good condition. Oh, that's a lot more reading. Maybe we'll come back when that's a lot of... Oh wait, that has some diagrams and stuff. Submersible lamp, a boat. Lighthouse. I mean, the stone ship age. Constellations. Oh, anchor.
Except that's not colored.
Oh, those are constellations. There was a bug one? I don't remember seeing a bug one. Okay. So that book has constellations in it. Got it. Muskie got more experience! Yay!
Yay.
The plot thickens. That looks like a diagram of some sort. Compass.
A lot of that text has faded.
Compass looks like a radar dish. I'm just taking mental notes right now to try and see if I can... Oh, piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like it might be important. You want to take a picture of that? Lots of pictures being taken. And a topographical map of the, I'm assuming, island. Another damaged book. That's probably another damaged book.
Looks like there's a brown boat. Yeah.
That one has a gear on it. Oh, this one talks about survivors. Stairwell going down. I'm gonna have to read more of these in between streams or something.
I disagree. I feel like people who are interested in the story would probably want to read it with you.
Well, that's entirely possible. That's a lot of out loud reading for me to do.
Yeah, we can break it up if you want. That's not a problem.
So this gear thingamabob, obviously, turn crank something. It's a learning experience. Insignia of Black Ship.
If you want, we could probably even like record it in sections, paste it together, and then post it.
Fair enough. Maybe this one? Nope. Okay, so there's 4 books that are
Brown, blue, green, and blue, red. Black. Brown, blue, green, and black.
Well, green, the blue, red, blue, and gray, brown.
What's black on the right?
This one?
Top right. The one that you said blue, red? That's black.
Oh, okay. So green, black, blue, and brown?
Yep.
Cool.
That was a sound.
Was not expecting that. What's this? Do I have an inventory or something? Or...
Okay, so on the book? I want that book.
You want that book?
Yeah. Did you try changing the page or anything?
Serious? So the guy's son? And he's asking for help. Are you sure you want this book?
Yeah, how cool is that?
Blue page? I can't hear what he's saying.
I couldn't hear a lot of it either. Maybe as we find more pages, it'll piece together the gaps and become more understandable.
There's another
Click
book.
that picture.
This one?
Yep.
Oh. Another one of these books. Okay, so that one is showing red. I guess blue goes to the blue books and red goes to the red book?
I think you can skip the rest of it. We're not going to get anything out of it.
I think you're right. And Muskie pretty much summarized it, I think.
Yeah. Red pages go in red book, blue pages go in blue book. Tower rotation.
I don't know if I was supposed to do that yet.
No, that's the building that you're in now. Go back.
Oh.
So that's the building that you're in. Those are the 8 pillars where the star formations were. That to the left, was that the exit door?
Oh, it's going very, very slightly. Yep. Pretty sure it was. I'm really certain that wasn't supposed to do that. Not yet, at least. So I've got a door going to an elevator. To the library. Library of the Book Lords.
You're at the library.
Ooh, fancy turning elevator.
And now you're at the tower.
So there's a key and a book. Oh, the tower must... Oh, I bet the tower needs to be turned a specific way in order to open.
No idea how far. I don't recall seeing any diagrams about that.
Same with this. Maybe we should head back down to the library, because there was a diagram that had like a compass thing that we couldn't really read.
There's a star. Are you going to catch it, Muskie?
So let's all jump up in the air. Maybe.
Maybe. You missed it.
Well, that didn't work. Maybe I have to go over to this one. But that looks like an open way. Oh, now
So
we can leave.
Pictures is what does that. You can only have one door open at a time.
Interesting. Let's see, I think that there was another path this way to a rocket? By the way, have we been keeping track of how many switches there are?
I think we're at 4.
Well, what are you looking?
It is time.
Oh, okay.
And that's 5.
Alright, this is probably a good time to take a break. And we'll do a little bit more exploring around this island, or maybe we'll decide to play something else.
Thank you guys very much for joining us, and we'll see you in 5 minutes after a break.
Take care.
Hello everyone, and thank you very much for watching. Be sure to comment down below to let us know what you thought of the episode. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button, and if you'd like to be notified of future videos, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. We will see you in the next video.